I really didn't think I would tell this story that early, but it's actually very important to hear to my mind. Hey guys, so when I was living in London about 3 years ago, a lot of weird stuff happened, and sometimes I can't believe that I forgot some of these stories. And a few months ago I actually found my travel diary, which is a huge mess. I guess with 18 I was like kind of terrible in writing those kind of things. So, I mean, it looks like there's some stuff in it, but it actually says nothing. Most of it is just like randomly what I ate or movies I watched. It's just pages full of saying I ate fries, and the next day I ate fries, and then I ate fries again. Nothing of it makes sense. I am gonna make another video about it, maybe, eventually. So one of the things mentioned in the book was called the Putney thing. And I was kind of confused by that, and then I googled what Putney is, and realized it was a suburb or like a borough of London in the south. And then I realized, oh, yeah, this story happened there. So it was also during the time where I had barely work and where I was very desperate to find a job. And the south of London is a bit more problematic because there's like not good transport, it's very hard to get there if you're living in the north, which I did. I'm not even sure if any of the subways goes there, I think not. I think it's only buses and very few buses. So going to the south, especially when you live in the north, would actually not be a thing one would do, especially not for finding a job. But I went there anyway, because I knew a certain fast food chain had a store there. So I was going there for a job interview, only to be told within like the 5 minutes of an interview that I live too far away and it's not good for them, which I get, because the thing is if they need me last second and I still need 1.5 hours to get there, it's kind of pointless. But I wouldn't have minded working far away because I really needed work. And so I left the store and went down the road in hopes to find a new job. And then I got a phone call, and I was kind of confused about that because I didn't really get phone calls. I never actually get phone calls. So I got this phone call from an unknown number, and when I picked it up, the person on that phone literally opened the conversation with saying,
"Hi, are you gay?"
And I was like, what? And I think it was the manager of the store I just applied to. And I'm not sure if it's the guy I talked to, because my face memory is terrible, to be quite honest, and also my voice memory, especially if I only talked to you like a minute. If you think about it, it is kinda illegal to even call me in a manner like that, because he doesn't have my phone number to give me calls asking about my sexuality, so I'm quite sure that is not allowed in any case. And also unprofessional, weird, and creepy. So I was just saying no, trying to end the conversation, but then he tried to switch the topic and was talking about the fact that he manages multiple stores and has stores in the north that could have jobs for me. I was already weirded out by the situation, so I wasn't sure how much I trusted in that person anymore, but I was like, okay. So he wanted to meet me, which was a bit odd, because he didn't want to meet me in that store. He wanted to meet me in Five Guys, and that was literally next to the restaurant he worked at. So I was like, alright, I have to work through that street anyway, so I'm just gonna go there and see if he talks about work, which he probably won't. Like, for anybody that thinks right now that anything that happened was very foreseeable, I knew what he might have intended here, and I was completely aware of the situation. I wouldn't have gone into any situation where it could have gotten dangerous for me. And I was not down for anything, honestly. So I went there, but when I arrived there I got a call from him, and he said,
"Oh yeah, already finished eating, I'm now in my car."
And I was like, yes, bye. So his car was parked next to that restaurant. I just went there to talk to him, and he just told me,
"Oh, it's cold outside, come into my car, it's warm here."
And I was like, no, that will not be happening. That is kinda creepy and predatory, and no. And I was just about to leave because this was already way beyond anything professional. And as he noticed that, he got out of his car and we went into Five Guys. And as I was about to leave, because he tried to make an argument out of it, and I was absolutely not going into this car in any case. He then got out of his car to come with me into Five Guys. And then the whole conversation we actually had was about nothing really. Like, he asked me what I do in my free time, which couldn't have been that interesting because I had no money, so nothing, basically. The whole situation was really, really weird, and he was absolutely not talking about work. So after 10 minutes of basically nothing, I was getting ready to go home, and he was like,
Should I drive you home?
nah, thanks.
Oh, I think I should drive you home. Oh, I think it's cold. Just let me drive you home. Oh, why don't you let me drive you home?
Can you be less creepy? Because I'm not gonna go into this car as I previously stated before. So I was starting to walk, and when I was walking like a minute or two, I got a call from him being again like,
Oh, hi, I think I should drive you home.
no, leave me alone. And you're getting the hint. Nothing is gonna happen, I'm walking home. And I'm so happy that the way I had to walk home was kind of like a labyrinth. Like, even after 10 seconds you could already not know anymore where I was. So he couldn't have followed me, which was making me feel a lot better. And the thing is, even when I got home, he continued texting me. And I cannot start up my old phone anymore. It absolutely doesn't work, sadly, because there's other stuff on it that I want to access as well. So I cannot show you the text messages I got, and I can also not tell you what I got because it's, again, 3.5 years ago at this point. But I know the last text he sent me was something along the lines of,
You have no idea what you missed tonight.
I think I know, but I don't want to know, so bye. I didn't reply to that, and luckily he finally got that and didn't try to contact me afterwards. What made the whole thing even creepier is the fact that he was probably in his 40s at least, and I was like 18 at that time, so. And I'm kind of worried about people that might have been in the same situation, for example after me, that could have been more naive and didn't know what he had in mind. Because I don't want to know what would have happened if I would have gone into that car, and I don't want to know if I would have ever been able to go out of that car, given how predatory and creepy this person was. So that was fun. That was a fun story of applying anywhere. Truth be said, I never went to South London afterwards anymore, so there's that. The last video I'm doing about working in the fast food industry. However, in the next few weeks there's going to be a lot more London-based story times, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned, subscribe. I have a lot to tell.